Hey there everybody, this is the team here at tradinginvesting4u.com with another live market update. But as always, before we get into it, I just need to make it clear that when we made this video, we didn't take into account investment objectives, financial situations, or needs of the investor out there. So anything we do say in this video is just meant as general advice only. Let's get into it today. I want to talk about US stocks, guys. I also want to have a look at European news and the US economy. But before we get into it, I want to make sure you're having a look at our free education. So if you're watching this on YouTube, what you're going to see is at the very bottom here we have a link to our blog, and on that blog is going to be an in-depth article about what I'm about to talk about right now. If you click over to it, you're going to see the article right there, and most importantly, on the side there, you're going to have an opportunity to get our 3-step simple system to finding amazing entry points in the market. This video is going to blow your mind. John Howe, our professional trader, is with an amazing track record. You've got to take advantage of that. You'll also notice at the top, we have our cash flow mastery event, 2-day summit, loads and loads of free cash flow strategies for you guys, and also any money that we do make goes straight to our favorite charity. Now let's get over to it. US stocks. Well, what happened yesterday? Is the US rally finished? Well, the markets opened after the Independence Day holiday and everything went straight off the cliff. They went tumbling down. We had a bit of a rebound towards the end of the day, and the S&P and the Dow, the Nasdaq, I think the S&P finished nearly 0.5% down. Actually, no. Yes, 0.5% down. The Dow, 1/3%. Nasdaq finished even straight on the money. And the banks, talked about them yesterday. JP Morgan Chase fell 4.2%. Bank of America 3%. I'm telling you guys, this new banking scandal is going to be a big one. But anyway, why is this happening? Is the US rally finished? Well, why did it start in the first place, guys? Last week, you might remember that we had the European Summit, and we had everybody standing, holding hands, laughing and singing and clapping because we finally had some positive news coming out from this particular summit, and the markets responded accordingly, didn't they? They went straight up through the roof. But what's happened since then, guys? I mean, let's think about this. Over the last few days, we've had Europe, we've had Britain, and now China have come out and they've cut interest rates even further. Who cares? We've been cutting interest rates for the last 3 years, and what's happened? Absolutely nothing. We're still basically exactly where we were. There's no underlying change in the fundamental problems here. So why cut the interest rates again? In fact, the European Central Bank President, he came out and said that when he cuts these interest rates, it's probably going to have a muted effect on the European economy. So why do it in the first place? I mean, since then, and this is only a couple of days ago, since he's cut these rates, Spain's 10-year borrowing cost has risen again. They're in even more trouble. And let's talk about CDSs, credit default swaps. I think we've all heard that evil name over the last few years. Well, in the US, certain CDSs have spiked quite a lot. There are some CDSs that allow US companies to hedge against losses on corporate debt, and these have been bought up very quickly. It seems to me the US corporates are even more worried now about the European situation pulling down their bottom line. So they're trying to hedge against that. So what was the point of the interest rate cut? I don't know, guys. I'm not an economist. I'll leave that one up to you. But it seems to me that the euphoria from the European Summit might very well be over, unfortunately. So what's coming down the line for the US economy? Well, we have some more data coming out. We had the Labor Department coming out with some numbers today. Said unemployment insurance fell 14,000 in the week ending June 30. Private payrolls grew by more than 176,000. Some positive news, yes, but in reality, what's it going to do? Is it going to get the US economy moving forward? Many analysts don't think so, but investors like to hear about the non-farm payrolls. Those figures are due out tonight, and they're expected to show that we had a growth of 90,000 jobs. So that's a little bit more than expected, but again, is it going to get the US economy moving forward? Analysts don't think so. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we've also, at the same time, had the US service sector come out, and they've slowed to a 2.5-year low. So we might be stuck in a rut here, guys, for a little bit more. But overall, it seems to me that the European crisis is continuing to sap the strength of the global economy. And it doesn't seem like we have any good news coming out or good strategies in place to really affect the underlying problem, which is this huge amount of debt out there. It seems to me also that the central bankers are just out there getting ready to stand back to back for a final showdown with this never-ending financial crisis. Looks like they're all getting ready to push the stimulus button at the same time, and what's going to happen? Well, we might see a move to the high side. But then what's going to happen? Are we going to get back into the action? Are we going to get out of this financial crisis? I don't think so, guys. But, again, I'm not an economist. Let's see what happens. But anyway, thanks for watching. Once again, I want to take advantage, or make sure you guys are taking advantage of our free education down here. So we have our links, we have our subscription to our free education, and of course we have our Facebook Share Trading Mastery. Please sign up for that one. We have loads of free education out there for you guys. And remember, our blog down there, we're going to have an in-depth article on what I'm talking about right now. So please take a look at that. Have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon.